Hello, everybody, and welcome to a IPA Draft here on the channel. Invasion block, Invasion, Planechase, Apocalypse. This format was out all the way back in 2001, so this is a real blast from the past Flashback format. We're going to be drafting it, doing our best here. The way that this format tends to work, as I go through the cards here, 2-mana 2/2 flyer that makes your blue spells cost a little bit more. I mean, 2/2 flyer is pretty good. I think Exclude is really, really strong, though. I'm going to hover this for now while we talk about kind of how this set works. The creatures are generally much lower statted than you're used to. Like a 5-mana 3/3 flyer is like barely passable by today's standards. Back then, that's an incredible card. Same thing with like a 2-mana 2/2, pretty good back then, all of that stuff. Here, the spells you can see are way better. So like Exclude, 3-mana counter a creature spell, draw a card, much better than like the creatures we're looking at. Kavu Climber is pretty good as well. 5-mana 3/3, draw a card. And stuff like that. Like, you also end up playing in IPA Draft, you almost always play 3 colors because most of the powerful cards exist in multicolored. You can see the reason we say gold cards is because these old borders are gold if the card is multiple colors. A card like Recoil, you bounce something, then they discard a card. Incredible card. You compare it to like the creatures, this is actually a pretty good creature, Tower Drake. It's just like, 3-mana 2/1 that can sometimes become a little bit bigger toughness, and and it's a flyer. That's like a pretty good creature. And like you see like 2-mana 1/1 that can regenerate. 1-mana 0/1 that can regenerate and can be kicked with a counter. These are like the sorts of creatures that you have to be used to playing. 3-mana 2/2, when it becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature blocking it. So like not that big. So the creatures are really understated and the spells are really good. So you still have like Recoil and Excludes. Sorry, I need to close this door. And so you end up in a situation where the games take a while because even if they're beating you down with a curve out, it takes a while for them to kill you. Here we're going to take the Recoil here. It's just a very good card. Even though it's a gold card, you tend to take gold cards relatively early. You just take the power level where you can get it. Grixis is a pretty good color combination to be as well. Okay, looking here, Probe. 2 in a blue, draw 3 cards, then discard 2. If it was kicked, target player discards 2 cards. So 5 mana, you just absolutely eviscerate them in card advantage. That seems quite good to me. You generally also, another thing about this format is because it's Invasion and then Planechase and then Apocalypse, you have a different set of cards for every single pack. So pack 1 is Invasion, so you draft that set. It focuses on allied color pairs, so you can see blue-black, blue-white, red-green, that sort of thing. The second pack, Planechase, is also allied color pairs, so it also focuses on the like blue-white, black, blue. But the third pack focuses on enemy colored pairs. So you almost always end up playing 3 colors because in pack 3, you'll want to pick up like blue-red cards or things like that. There's also a Plague Spores in this pack, which is just incredible. You destroy a creature and a land. But I think that Probe is just really good, keeps me in my blue-black base. And then I can kind of pair that with either green going into pack 3 for black-green and play Sultai, or red because black-green, I guess maybe isn't an enemy, but there's a lot of good black-green cards in pack 3. Currently, we're off to a very good start here. We can also just take a card like Alloy Golem. 6-mana 4/4 is just pretty massive in this sort of old format. And also just like, if you look at it, you want to always pick black because a lot of the removal spells in black can't kill non-black cards. Dismantling Blow. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If it's kicked, you draw 2 cards. It's okay. There's not tons of artifacts and enchantments. There's some, like the Alloy Golem or things like that. It's +1/+1. You don't really want the enchantments because the removals and spells are so good. These cards are not really my favorite. I don't like sacrificing stuff. Kavu Aggressor is actually pretty reasonable. 3-mana 3/2 is just huge, and it can sometimes be bigger in the late game. Games tend to take forever. The fixing's terrible, so you really want to kind of hone in on some base colors and just get some flexible cards as well. This card's also pretty good because Protection is a busted mechanic. Restrain, pretty solid as well. I'm just trying to make sure I get a good base of cards that I know I can play, and then try to set myself up to play Grixis because that way in pack 3 I can get some good stuff. So here we're going to take Plague Spores, great removal. Reckless Assault, pay 2 life, deals 1 damage to any target. I don't think that's good enough. Just because, I don't know, it feels like you take a lot of damage. Maybe it's better than it looks, but paying 2 life is pretty significant if you want to kill anything substantial. I'd rather just get my pinging from other sources, and Plague Spores is really good. One of the reasons it's good because the land destruction is really nice to just shut them off of a color sometimes. Turn the land into a swamp. You destroy white creatures, 4-mana 2/2 flyer. But yeah, Plague Spore is pretty good. And we're in pretty good shape to kind of go for that Grixis plan that I mentioned. It might look like, why is he branching into potentially playing a Grixis deck already when he doesn't really need to? He could just take a black card. And it's because in pack 3, there's going to be some blue-red cards that I really want a chance to play. Yavimaya Kavu. Number of red creatures. Toughness equal number of green creatures. Interesting. Target creature becomes the color of your choice. 1 mana, 1/1, not really where you want to be. Target player discards a card, destroy target land. Not really where you want to be either. What's this guy do? First strike protection from legendary creatures. 7 mana, 7/4 first strike? What? I feel like that actually might just be okay. This card is a beater. What are they going to do? Sabo Tavok. Never seen this card in my life. But protection from legendary creatures, and like, I don't know, you destroy a legendary creature, it can't be regenerated. That's never going to happen. But a 7 mana, 7/4 first strike is just big. Turf Wound. Target player can't play lands. There's also the Metathran Zombie, but I'm pretty happy with this start that we're having here. Oh, baby, we get another recoil. Pretty easy pickup. This is just a really good card. It would be a good card by today's standards, so getting it in these old sets is pretty nice. We have a lot of good cards here. And the fact that we have Exclude and Recoil means that we can bounce their best creature and then counter it on the way back down. This is huge card advantage, just 5 mana. We just get to replace this card and then make them discard 2. Almost always playing that for 5 mana. Prison Barricade is like not the best, but it's like a 4 mana 2/4 that creature, which is actually like okay stats. This is fixing sometimes if you have double blue. There's some life gain. We're in a really good spot. Backlash. Tap an untapped creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to its controller. Not really where I want to be. Recoil is just really, really good. And you can see we've taken 4 gold cards already. I'm feeling pretty happy with this Alloy Golem pickup. Play with the top card of your library revealed. So it's an active downside on a 1 mana 1/1. I might take Cursed Flesh. I don't really want this Metathran Zombie. I just don't think it's good enough. 2 mana 1/1's too small. Teferi's Care, counter an enchantment. Capuchin Unicorn, 2 mana 1/2. Just by contrast, we see like 2 mana 2/2s that can sack themselves for free to destroy an artifact or enchantment these days. I'll just take Cursed Flesh because maybe they have a 1/1 that I really want to be able to kill. And I can sideboard that in. Okay, so this draw a card, then discard a card. Target creature gains first strike until end of turn. Yeah. Card of that color that played just that's not good. That's not good at all. Blue spells cost 1 more. I don't think I can play that. It'll just really hose me. So I can put my own creatures on top, which is bad, or give a creature first strike. Or I could take Kavu Scout. It's like a 3 mana 3/2. I'll just take the Nightscape Apprentice. Maybe it will be something I want. Not really in the market for this guy. I'll take another Cursed Flesh. Urborg Skeleton. The regenerate, just not worth it. Cursed Flesh is just an okay sideboard card, I think, sometimes. So you can filter your mana to be black mana. I'll just take a Scarred Puma. Wait, what's this? 4 mana 3/3. Yeah, 4 mana 3/3 is actually just reasonable stats. I'll just take that. Scarred Puma is fine, but I feel like I'm going to struggle with my colored sources. And so, like, it's more of just a defensive card too. 4 mana 3/3 is actually just a reasonable sized body in this format. Our creature can't block. I'll just take this card, maybe. There's reasonable cards still left. That card's super bad. Okay, so we're in good shape going into pack 2. We have a lot of really powerful cards and a pretty solid identity for what our deck wants to do. We're kind of just trying to hope for Grixis stuff, setting ourselves up for red. As you can see, we have literally no fixing because the fixing in this set is really bad. So we're going to keep an eye out for that in this Planechase pack. But we have a lot of really good cards. We'll put Probe at the 5 mana slot. Okay, so we already have a really good card. I just glancing over, I see Magma Burst, which is really, really nice. You can kill something, and then in the late game, you kill something else. There is Stormscape Battle Mage, 3 mana 2/2, that if you pay the black kicker, you can kill something. So that's also really, really good. There's also Sea Snid, which is good fixing for these format. Destroy a green creature and then draw a card. There's also Terminate. So there's so many good cards in this pack. I'm very tempted by Stormscape Battle Mage. Because there's like ways to rebuy your creatures and stuff like that. I can like bounce it back to my hand and stuff like that. And blue's like my base color. So I think I'm going to take this over Magma Burst. There's also... Oh, this is just a tapping effect. Okay. But yeah, Terminate's really good. Stormscape Battle Mage is really good. Just 6 mana, like, kill their guy on a creature seems really good to me. This is like 4 mana, deal 3, and then deal 3 to something else. So pretty good effect. Sea Snid. I would go Stormscape, then Magma Burst, then Sea Snid. This could be an incorrect pick, though. That could definitely be wrong. But we'll see. Then we get a Magma Burst. Perfect. Magma Burst is great. There's a Terminal Moraine, which is really good fixing for this sort of format. There's also Sea Snid. I don't think I'm going to be able to wield the Sea Snids. That's kind of how good this card is. Can't attack if defending player controls an untapped creature with power 2 or less. That's super funny. But yeah, this card's really good. I would like to get a Sea Snid for fixing reasons, but we're going to take the Magma Burst. It's super good. Okay. Arctic Merfolk. Return a creature to my hand, and just put a counter on it. So that's one of the reasons why I took the Stormscape Battle Mage, because you can like bounce it back to your hand and get its value again with a lot of the cards. Marsh Crocodile can do a similar thing. You get to get a 4 mana 4/4 that rebuys your creature's ETBs. Sea Snid is still a card that I would be interested in, but it is kind of expensive. But yeah, currently I'm like living the... There's also Crosis Catacombs, which is all my colors. I think I'm actually just going to take the Crosis Catacombs. You need to get fixing in this set. My deck is going to be super unreliable if I don't just take the fixing. This is a really bad source of fixing. But it's all 3 of my colors, and that's really, really good. Marsh Crocodile is pretty solid. Sea Snid's pretty solid, but we're just going to get the land. That's actually a really nice pickup. I'm glad I was paying attention. Counter target spell that targets a creature, draw a card. This is some fixing you can get used to as well. Target land becomes a forest, so you can tap it for green. +3/+1. Nope. Okay, Caldera Kavu is going to be the pickup. It's just a 3-drop that can grow itself. There's also Arctic Merfolk, but we're just going to go like this. This was actually a pretty good pickup for the mana. Okay, I really like this card, Mire Kavu. It's just going to be a 4 mana 4/3, which is huge. Erratize Trickery, counter target spell if it was kicked. Honestly, there are a lot of kicker spells. I could see that being pretty good. Like, they play Magma Burst and kick it, and you just absolutely eviscerate them. That's pretty brutal, just thinking about it. But as you can see, I only have like 1 kicker spell in my deck, so 2 kicker spells, so I don't know. Lava Zombie's also really good. 3 mana 4/3. But I think this card's going to be more consistent, just because it only requires 1 color. (2001) when you had to work for a 4 mana 4/3. Exactly. Yes, Sea Snid. Perfect. Mog Sentry. Well, when they cast a spell, it's +2/+2. That'll incentivize them to play their spells post-combat. There's another Arctic Merfolk. We're just going to take the Sea Snid, though. It's really helpful because, like, if we want to cast Plague Spores or Sabot Havoc, it'll help us tap for red. Or we might actually be set up in a really good spot. Now that I think about it, we're actually set up where we can play red-blue, which means in pack 3 we're going to get all the red-blue cards, and then we can just splash black for Sabot Havoc and the Spores and the Recoils. So we can just splash the black and play red-blue, which is really, really good. That's a really good spot to be in. Meddling Mage, invitational card. Or Chris Pikula. This card's not particularly good. Morgue Toad. So it's a 3 mana 2/2. Enters about to draw a card. You can turn something. Yeah, that's not really useful. White or black creature to its owner's hand. I guess I'll take the Morgue Toad. Sea Snid came back. That's actually... Oh, it didn't come back, but maybe I'll get some other Sea Snids if this is coming back. I think Sea Snid's actually really nice. Oh, the other Sea Snid didn't wheel. Sad day. Binge. Deal 1 damage to target creature. It becomes black. Slay. I mean, I'm definitely going to play this. Destroy a green creature, draw a card if I can play that matchup. And then I'll take Singe as a sideboard card. This can't attack, but it can block, so that's probably better as a defensive option for certain matchups. Just going to take the creature. But yeah, blue-red, as I was saying at the very beginning, the third pack is where blue-red becomes a color that you can play. And so, so my black splash is currently the Stormscape Battle Mage, the 2 recoils, the Savage Havoc, the Plague Spores, but a lot of those are the sort of thing you can play in the late game. Recoil especially, because if they have no cards in hand, then you get to bounce their card and just they discard it immediately. So, pretty good. As you can see, no 2-drops in sight. Mog Jailer, get in there. You can block. 2 mana 2/2 blocker. It just can't attack if they have an untapped guy. Steelleaf Paladin. Just a huge creature. I'm excited to see what Sabot Havoc does. It seems just huge to me. Okay, pack 3. There's a lot of good blue-red gold cards that you can get in pack 3. Jilt is the best one, and we got one immediately. Huge. So this is one of the main reasons to play blue-red, because you can get Jilt. Bounce a creature, deal 2 damage to another creature. Just huge tempo play, kill spell thing. Lightning Angel is pretty good, but I'm not going to try to splash white here. It's too ambitious. Just look at my mana base already. I only have 1 source of fixing. I'm actually really happy I took this, by the way. I took it over some good cards, but I have 2 Sea Snids and a Crosis Catacombs, and that's my fixing. And I just got a Jilt, so this is huge. This is really why you want to set yourself up to be blue-red if you can, for this sort of Grixis archetype, and it worked out perfectly where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 black cards, and now I'm going to get all my blue-red cards here. Okay, this is a 1-drop. It can give something flying. You can change the colors. Oh, Razorfin Hunter. This is the other blue-red card that I was looking for. You can just play a 2-drop that starts pinging stuff, and as you can see, a lot of small creatures around. What does Illuminate do? Deals X to target creature. If it's kicked with red... If it's kicked with blue, you draw X cards. Oh, gosh. So I can pay 3 in a blue plus red, and then X to deal X and draw X. I think Razorfin Hunter is just better. Illuminate seems good, though. Like, if I have 5... But it's just so expensive to do this stuff. So, but it's like an X burn spell. You kill a creature by doing X to it. I would take Illuminate if there wasn't a Razorfin Hunter. But, like, I'm just imagining, like, I pay 5 mana, and then I pay, like, 2 mana to deal 2 and draw 2 cards. It's pretty good, but Razorfin Hunter is just a 2-drop, and I don't have 2-drops. And also just consistent pings is super good. Becomes the basic land type of your choice until end of turn, draw a card. So yeah, pack 3 is where you get a lot of really good blue-green cards, black-green cards, and red-blue cards. Temporal Spring, great removal spell. Consume Strength, absolutely fantastic. Ether Mutation, excellent card. I can't play any of those. There's Kabu Glider. This is funny. I'm going to take Phyrexian Rager. This card's really good. I didn't notice it at first, but yeah, excellent card to pick up. You draw a card, you lose life. I'm definitely going to splash that. Suppress. We're probably just going to take Coastal Drake. There's a lot of Kavus running around. What does Suppress do? All cards from their hand. Oh, so just temporary discard. Add a mana of any color, prevent the next one damage. Coastal Drake's just really good. What does this do? If I control a red permanent, draw a card, then discard a card. If I control a red permanent and a green permanent, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. So pretty good if I'm playing specifically Teamer. But I'm not. I'm just going to take the Drake. So my deck is looking pretty good. I have a couple of 2-drops. Not enough, really, though, to be happy. Squeeze Revenge. If you win all the flips, draw 2 cards for each flip. That's funny. That seems very good. Or at least solid, considering that I'm going to be mostly red-blue. I can just pump my creatures, give them +2/+0 at will. I'm actually maybe just going to take Urborg Uprising, though. That's so much value. Oh, so this has turned something into a Razorfin Hunter. Index is funny. You look at the top 5, put them back in the order. But yeah, I'm going to take the Urborg Uprising. My deck is mostly... Oh, wow. That's a huge pickup. So this is what I was saying in pack 1. If you can get into blue-red for pack 3, you end up in a really good spot. Counterspell and deal 3 to something. I just literally have to survive the early turns and I'll be fine. Four mana 1/1. Haste. +1/+1 if I control a blue creature. I'm not interested. Jungle Barrier is super good. Like another one of those blue-green cards. Sylvan Messenger. Yeah, I'm not going to play that guy. I'll just take this guy, I guess. Four mana 2/3 flyer is just good. 4 mana 2/2 flyer. I'm underestimating how black I am. Pretty much dead even with the other colors. But all my black cards are expensive is the thing. They're like expensive or they're supplemental things, and I have a lot of like blue, red, gold like cards that I really want to play, and yeah. Four mana 2/3 flyer is just pretty big for this format, I think. I think it's better than Whirlpool Drake. I might just want the 2 mana 1/1. Oh gosh, that's crazy. Destroy target artifact, draw a card. I think this is a better sideboard card than playing a 2 mana 1/1. Okay. I often play 18 lands in this format just because fixing is so sparse and you want to make sure you have some sources of your colors. Okay, do I have any early drops I can play? I can play these Arctic Merfolks. Maybe. I have some stuff I can bounce. I can bounce Stormscape Battle Mage in the late game. Phyrexian Rager. That's a weird card. Minotaur Tactician. The Arctic Merfolks might have to make the cut, but again, they might not have to. We have a super good late game. Just about getting there. But a lot of the decks in this format are slow. Do I main deck Slay? I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too inflexible to main deck it. I could play this thing. Let's sort by color. See what we're looking at. Yeah, I have way more red cards than black cards, I think. Especially because Jilt is a red card, kind of. I guess we got, yeah. So we're mostly blue. And then we have a little bit of red, a little bit of black. Mostly blue, though, so that's helpful. If I'm going to make cuts, Arctic Merfolk is pretty bad. Bouncing your own creatures can be nice, though, just to get a 2/2. Kavu Runner. 4 mana 3/3, 5 mana 3/3 that fixes my mana. Ugh. I kind of just want to not play the Arctic Merfolks. Is that too greedy? I mean, they're just 2 mana 1/1s. They don't really block very well. This is a 5-drop. Phyrexian Rager, Cardillera Kavu. Yeah, I have 2-2-drops. It's not great, but I could always play like a Nightscape Apprentice if I really wanted to potentially boost my numbers. I think I'm going to try it like this to start with. Sort by color again. Late game, late game, late game, kind of late game. So we're going to add basics. I think I definitely want 8 islands. That seems good to me. 5/5. I'm going to go down on black sources to 4, up on red sources to 6. Then I'm going to add this Croesus Catacombs. I forgot to do that before. Because that'll give me 9 blue sources. I think I just have to go 8 blue sources. So I go 8 blue sources, but with Croesus, that gives me 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources. And then 5 black sources. Honestly, the Croesus Catacombs is really helping me out here. My deck is super expensive. Shimmering Mirage is not a playable card. I have the Arctic Merfolks I can play if a 2-mana 1/1 seems useful. But we're going to play it like this. This deck looks awesome. Pretty much an awesome control deck. And we'll see how it does in the games. Hopefully we don't play anything too fast, but this format's not too fast, so I'm feeling optimistic. See you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to shout out all of the viewers who support my content directly at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special shout out to those who support at the credit level. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to make as many videos as I do, and also thanks to patrons that I'm able to have things like guest drafters and upgrade my equipment with better microphones and things of that nature. Fundamentally, the Patreon helps me spend the time and effort needed to make high quality content on a consistent basis, so I really appreciate all of the patrons who support my work and help me do just that. If you've been enjoying my content and would like to chip into the Patreon, you do gain access to a couple of cool perks as part of becoming a patron. Things like access to my card-by-card tier list for every set, drafts with me, and other exclusive benefits that you can find on the Patreon. That's all the information you need to know there, but without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. I actually am considering playing on the draw because I was watching LSV play this format and he chose to be on the draw. But just because I think you need the extra card and you want to be able to find your lands and stuff. So I'm going to try being on the draw, see how that feels. And I'm pretty happy I did that because it gives me an extra draw to find a red source. We're going to keep this. If we find a red source, it's one of our best possible hands because it has our 2-drops in it. Green, eh? Perfect. We found our red source. Stormscape Battle Mage is going to be an interesting one. We're definitely going to just lead with our Razorfin Hunter. It can be so oppressive. It just stops them from playing cards for a while, potentially. Just want to get it operational. Amphibious Kavu, sure. Jilt is just going to bounce something and kill that at some point coming up. It's pretty cool that we were talking about the strategy of trying to get into blue-red going into pack 3, and then we got into blue-red and opened up Jilt and got Razorfin Hunter, the 2 main reasons to be blue-red. Pretty cool. Test. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't accidentally unplug my microphone right there. I accidentally rested my arm gently on the cord, which can sometimes be disastrous. But yeah. Okay, they're playing red-green. Oh, no. Sad day. It's also worth noting this comes into play untapped, and so you can tap your mana, then play this, bounce your land, and then it doesn't really set you back if it's the last land you play out of your hand. So we have our Jilt here. We're going to try to save the Jilt, though. We don't really want to use it right now because we want to play the Stormscape Battle Mage and then Jilt to bounce it back to our hand. That's one of the reasons I took the Battle Mage, is because you can do some really cool stuff. Destroy a land, draw a card. That's messed up. Good thing I'm playing 18 lands and I was on the draw. Heck yes, found the mountain immediately. See, look, being on the draw has not punished me at all, and it's actually just been super helpful because their deck isn't fast either. Goblin Legionnaire. Okay. I'm about to get this Sea Snid going. So you can see a 3/3 just dominates the board. And then I'm going to get to do the Stormscape Battle Mage thing. Oh, are they sacking 2 lands? They are. Wow. Brutal. So they're going to hit me for 5. I'm going to go to 14. I'm not that worried, but... Which one do I want to kill? Probably this guy. It's unfortunate this Goblin Legionnaire is going to kill my Stormscape. But I'm feeling confident in my late game here. I will want to hold a land because I have the card that lets me draw 3 and discard 2. Yep. My Jilt did get a little bit wrecked. If I could have held up my Jilt, I got a bit greedy maybe. Turn this one to hand. Deal 2 to this guy, I think. Or I could just take 4. Oh. I'll just do it like this. Kill their guy. This guy's going to be kind of annoying. Not the best Jilt in the world, honestly. I'm just trying to buy time for me to draw a spell. There we go. I'll play one more land. Just so if I do draw a card, draw a spell. I mean, I can only discard 2 lands from my draw spell. Okay, Gladenar. See, 6 mana 4/4s are where it's at. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, that is going to be good. If I cast this blue spell, though, it will get +2/+2. So that's worth knowing. Oh, they don't attack and force the trade. That's huge for me. Okay. Any day now, a spell would be great. I have a couple of really good counter spells that would be great. I mean, like my bounce spells would be great here. Look how big this Myurkavu is. I hit a blue, blue, red. Yeah, perfect. Myurkavu is just a huge creature now. 4/3s are massive. That was a huge top deck. I can sense the tide is turning. Oh my gosh. My counterspell feels so good right now. This card just feels disgusting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to start sending. That card does not do what anything it does. It gives -1/+1. Oh, I guess they can pump it like 5 times and give it negative power. I did not think about that. Good to know. That's actually super cool. I did not realize that was like a thing that card could do. You learn something new. Relatively low stakes mistake, though. Sitting on 2 counterspells, I feel like I almost can't lose this game. This thing does get +2/+2, which is annoying. Attacking with my Kavu is actually going to be costly. Yeah. Going to 2 is also pretty dangerous. I'm going to start playing my land so I can sacrifice 2 of them. Oh, this was bad. So I attack. They go for this thing. They go 1, 2, 3. Post combat, I kill those 2 things. So I do want to end this game at some point. Chat does not understand what I'm doing right now. I don't understand what you're saying, biased. This thing gets -1/+1. They can block with this thing. Sure. This is a 4/3. Oh. Oh. Good call. Yeah, that would have been bad. Nice. Goes to their hand and they have to discard it. Yes! I was considering whether to attack with all three or just with these two. Because it's a two-turn clock if I attack with all three. But if they draw a haste creature, which there are some, I would rather have the chump blocker back. Okay, so we're playing against green, so you know what that means. We're bringing in our destroy green creature, draw a card. Slow green deck, our dream matchup. Slay is like absolutely unreal. We can kill their 6-mana play and draw a card. Holy heck. Mm-hmm. So we're definitely bringing in that. What do we not want? Maybe we don't want living airship. Flyers are really good, though. Caldera Kavu, maybe we can cut. I just like having a cheap creature, though. I probably should cut like a Sea Snid. It's close. I love how Magic Online resizes the window. It's like one of my favorite parts about the platform. We're going to keep. Let's see if they choose to be on the play. It's the classic where if your opponent chooses to be on the play, choose to be on the draw, then you should probably choose to be on the draw unless you think you're like way better than your opponent. But my opponent has no idea who I am, so. And maybe they are way better than me. But being on the draw seemed to be really helpful for me last game. Oh no. The Yavimaya Barbarian. That's not good. Most of my cards are blue. Oh, that card is going to hit me very hard. I need to draw my sleigh. Huh. Or like magma spray or something. Yep. Coastal Drake. Or just a non-blue creature. Coastal Drake feels pretty good here. Just bounce their Kavu. Ooh, there it is. There's the sleigh. And did they miss a land drop? I think they did. Yeah, that's where being on the draw is helpful. I'm actually going to take the 4 here. Because I don't want to let them reuse their mana. Because they didn't do anything last turn. And now I get to give it like a whole turn of them not having that in play. Hmm. So I'll hit them now, and then I'll play probably this. I'm going to discard the airship and the sea snid. Because I want to hit my land drops up to Sabo Tavik. Even though the flyer is pretty good. I'm probably going to slay this or rely on Sabo Tavik to take care of it. I don't want to get too low because I know they have Magma Burst. So I'm going to bounce this, and I'm going to kill this thing with Slay. Now I regret discarding my spells. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 2 this turn. Because if I can exclude something here. Oh. Sure. So it's just mana fixing for them. This thing is disgusting. Just casual 7 mana 7/4 first strike. Don't mind me. Sabo Tavik. The mechanical spider. Gosh, that's gruesome flavor text. Are they just playing the same Kavu again? Two damage to target creature. What? Oh, that would be pretty bad if I didn't have this Stormscape Battle Mage. Yes, we win the match. Wait, is it legendary? No. No, it's not. Why did they surrender? It's not a Kavu. Can deal 2 damage to my Kavu. I guess they're just worried about getting hit, or they don't understand how that works, and thought it could kill non-legendaries. Anyway, we won round 1. Really good performance from the deck. This deck is so fun to play. I'll see you folks in round 2. Welcome. I hit my microphone. Welcome to round 2. We will once again choose to be on the draw, and once again feel happy with that decision, because we get an extra chance at a blue source. So we will keep this. Hopefully they're also playing a slow deck. Ooh, no 2-drop. So I'm feeling pretty good about my decision to be on the draw. Okay, that will be a last resort. For now, until they play a creature, I'm fine just not playing the Dromar Caverns. Next turn, I'll play the Meyer Kavu. Honestly, maybe Kavu Runner. So they have a flyer. So we've got our 4/3 in play. And we have all of our colors now. Which means we can play our flyer to deal with their flyer. That card's pretty good. So normally, conventional wisdom is to just make the mana efficient play. But here I'm going to play Coastal Drake to try and trade with their flyer because I don't want to take 5 in the air every turn. And they agree that that would be bad for them to make that trade. 3 in the air is a lot more manageable. And now I can play Sea Snid, which will unlock Suffocating Blast. So it can still block, which is nice. Just can't attack. They have maybe a counterspell up? Nope. So this thing can't attack. Seeing this sort of spell does make me wonder if I should sideboard in the Merfolk. I'm going to start holding up Suffocating Blast to try and counter something and kill this guy. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. See Snid going in. I have plenty of time to like set up a recoil end of turn into counter the thing on the way back down situation. Or like recoil bounce my own. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to recoil bounce my own guy. Because then I have to discard. If I could have waited, I could have gained 3 life, which is nice. That's a nice draw. And now because I have suffocating, I have the Sea Snid to get me an extra blue source. I'll have 3 blue sources. So I can recoil, bounce this, make them discard, and then counter on the way back down. What the heck? That's definitely getting countered. Blue, blue, red, black. That's maybe even game over. That's just such a brutal sequence. Like, oh my gosh. Suffocating blast. That's just despicable. Treva. Also, the fact that they have a legendary dragon in their deck gets me hyped because maybe I can kill it with my legendary guy. Not that they're ever going to let me play my legendary guy, or they're not going to play their guy if I have my legendary in play, but I definitely think this guy was the pick, though. I'm just thinking about, like, he dies, I get it back with Urborg Uprising. Also, this Croesus's Catacombs is coming in so clutch because it gave me the, like, blue mana. I didn't have any blue mana, and I really needed it. 18 lands is being clutch, being on the draw is being clutch. Oh my gosh. I can't use my recoil on that guy. I'm going to play my lands for now. And I'm just going to swing for 5. I could have swung for 7, but I don't want to take any damage. And I can return Hobble to their hand to get in for a big attack next turn. Oh, I'm silly. I can just bounce my own Kavu. Duh. There's so many onboard tricks in this set, it's wild. I'm just going to play safe. Attack with just this guy. I don't want to, like, let them get a double block off. And then, like, max punish me with some, like, spell. Okay. It gets exiled. That's kind of bad for me. Because I can't get it back now. Oh well. Sure. Just going to bounce that now. Give myself a full draw step where I know I get to have a good attack in with at least the Meyer Kavu. No! Okay, that's pretty annoying. Now I'm fine making the trades because I'm just going to use my Urborg's Uprising. And I do kind of feel afraid. Confound, eh? I guess Confound does work in these situations. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got the win. So they do have one big green creature, so I think I might just bring in my anti-green spell just for that guy. Which is might seem weird, but like you can do that in this set because we both draw like so many cards. It's such a slow matchup. That bringing in Slay to just answer their one big card that's like otherwise unbeatable. Like I do not have many answers to that. Cursed Flesh can kill their 2/1 flyer. Yeah, that might be good enough. I guess I have Plague Spores that can kill their big guy. I'm just going to play this Slay, and I'm going to take out the Kavu Runner. They might have some other green creatures, too. Maybe the Kavu Runner would be better. We'll find out. Ooh. Are they letting me be on the play? I'm keeping. I guess I am on the play. They saw that I chose to be on the draw, and they were like, okay, you can be on the play this time, which was smart of them. That was good thinking. That was exactly what I was talking about in the first round. They were like, oh, your deck wants to be on the draw? Well, get wrecked. I have my Razorfin Hunter, which can be very good in this sort of situation. I'm going to start with Mog Jailer, though, because if I can hit him with her 2, that'd be pretty nice. It's a bit of a higher risk play. Okay, it forces them to play their Prison Barricade. Their 3-mana 2/1 flyers not happy to see Razorfin Hunter. Meyer Kavu. Dang. In the grand scheme of things, though, the Meyer Kavu getting countered is not as big of a deal as like the Rager, because the Rager replaces itself. And eventually I will draw black mana. Or a Sea Snid. Oh, that can regenerate. That's bad. Luckily, Plague Spore stops regeneration, so I just need to draw a swamp. Um... That does cost quite a bit to regen to use, so I'm just going to chill. I would like to kill the living airship, though, using Jilt plus Ping. And this thing isn't hitting me very hard right now. Plague Spores will be really good if I just cold rip a swamp off the top. We're definitely going to go for it. They have the spell that can counter something that's targeting their permanent. But I feel like they might have just been holding up Regenerate. And that just set them back to the Stone Age. You can't really play around too much stuff in Limited a lot of the time, especially when there's almost always a one of in this sort of format where it's like 3 different packs. There's almost always just going to be one of each card. Okay. So now I get to Jilt bouncing my own Phyrexian Rager for value. That's pretty nice. And I can kill their Sawtooth Loon. Ooh. Do I do this and hope to draw a land, or do I just probe and go for the another one next turn? I'll go for it next turn. Chat says I'm missing out on damage by not attacking. Am I missing something? This guy can't attack. Because they've controlled a 1/3 until just now. That's always been untapped. I'll discard a mountain and a living airship. Living airship is really good though, which is kind of funny. I just would rather have exclude, I think. Maybe not. Could be a mistake. I just like having Jilt plus exclude. Feels like it gives me a lot of flexibility. Oh, all good, Biased. You definitely caught stuff that I've missed. There's a lot of weird random cards. I don't know if this was the correct play. If I'd played the Phyrexian Rager, drawn a mountain, played mountain, jilted this, bouncing my own Phyrexian Rager, killing this guy, attack them for 2. It's a pretty good line, but only if I draw exactly a land. It's actually 2 or lower. Oh, you thought it said power 2 or higher. Okay. Yeah, it is weird that it can't attack little things. Hey, wake up. Mog secret password. Forcing them to discard 2 is doing pretty good work for me here. Nice little 3 for 1 card. Actually, no. Draw 3, discard 2. It's just like a... It replaces itself and then makes them discard 2. So it is a 3 for 1, I guess. Thanks for the follow, Heroic. Or Ariok. I appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you would like to catch the stream live, chat, chime in, point out things I'm missing, you are always welcome. Okay. Regret not keeping my flyer to block. Immediately rewarded. Okay, we're setting up. Maybe I'm just supposed to start holding up exclude every turn. They're going to hold up giving their guy Shroud, it feels like. Oh, I really hope this works out for me. I really want to make this trade. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. This little pinger, probably doing a lot of work. Ooh, I've got my answer for if they do draw their angel now. Would a 3/3 be better? Probably not. I'm feeling pretty good about my spot now. Got my Jilt play all lined up. One, two, three, four. I'm going to hold up my exclude play right now. I'll just take the 2. Turn to hand, 2 damage. Oh, okay. Interesting. I really hope they jam their 6-mana guy. I'm just going to kill their flyer. It's the safe thing to do. And then I just get to slay it. The 2/4 is absolutely massive here, but I am pinging them every turn. I already drew my probe, so I might as well play my lands for now. I can Magma Burst to kill their person barricade, which maybe would be correct, because then I hit them for 6. Sure. So ideal. I can attack them for 6. That would put them to 7. They have to have something. They didn't replay their guy. No, I can't play the Golem now. The first time the Mog Jailer gets to attack. Okay. So I know one of their cards is the 2/4, but I'll counter that on the way down. And if they don't have another play, I just kill them. Boom! We win the match. Ooh, got there. That was fun. Real fun. Well, our plan of being on the draw has been successful so far. Let's go to the finals and see how we do. Welcome to the final round. Everything on the line. We are going to be on the draw. It's been working so far. I just feel like it's a resource battle. And just gives us more time to find our lands, them less time to find theirs. Once again, Croesus Catacombs being our only source of black mana, but that's okay. We don't need to use recoil till later anyway. And we're off. Oh, they mulliganed. See? Our strategy is working already. They're starting down even farther. Ooh, that guy. We'll get to see it in action. Maybe we're supposed to be playing our copy. Though we have a lot less black mana, so playing it on turn 1 is much less likely. lead with a island, and then just pass all the way, and then pass all the way on their turn as well. If they do play a 2-drop, we are going to be falling a little bit behind. Protection from white, nice. So they are off to the fastest start possible in this format. 1-drop into 2-drop. I guess this is the matchup where we would rather be on the play. Interesting, Kire. Inept mage as it is known. As you know. Oh no. I'm just going to play the Calder Rakavu. Try to trade it with their 2-2. Lava Zombie's pretty scary. I'm hoping to naturally draw a swamp instead of having to use this Croesus Catacombs. Just imagine how good Jilt would be here. I'd kill their 1-1, bounce their other guy. Oh, are they missing land drops? Oh, they are. Oh, yes. Swamp? Mountain. Hmm. So they're hitting me for 6 or 7. Just going to play out my guy. Hoping to just trade off for something. I guess I can't really threaten to trade because their Nightscape can give first strike to their Thunderscape if they attack me with that. We're going to have a good draw here. I'm taking a lot of damage. That is a good draw. That does indeed count. We can kill their Thunderscape familiar. This thing giving first strike's annoying, but this thing's gonna ping us to death. Hmm. I don't want to take the 4 damage. I'm not going to risk it. If this had been the turn before, they might have had to pump or something. Yep, lava zombie. Jilt was so good. Oh, and then we drew the swamp naturally. Send in with the Kavu. Might as well bounce now so they don't draw like Island and then have a protection spell or something. Brass Herald, okay. So now we are hoping to draw some spells. But we have drawn a good number of lands, which is what we need to start. Okay, we will let that guy resolve. Even though they can't technically cast the other guy unless that guy's in play. Oh, nice. Big spell. That is a good spell. I will not attack. I will trade these guys off, much as it pains me. But then I get to get it back with my Urborg Uprising, so it's kind of okay. I kind of hope they play something big here. Yeah, that's fine. This is going quite well, I would say. I'm stabilized. I'm just destroying them in value. They're just losing their spells left, right, and center. Oh, that card's insane. Good to know about. I'm about to get a 3-for-1 here. And the next turn I can play Coastal Drake and Kavu. Giving the Volcano Imp first strike is problematic. They will cast a spell eventually. I think I'm just going to play the Kavu and then hold up Suffocating Blast. Playing this Catacomb has been tough because it's costing me. No, I wouldn't have been able to play this guy anyway. Okay, that's fine. I also am going to hope that they play a spell here, because otherwise I might have to cast and counter my own Kavu just to kill their Volcano Imp. But there's no reason for them not to try and pile on the pressure. I know they have all spells. It's not great. I'm not going to go for it, though. I'm not going to counter my own guy. I'll just lose to the whatever they play next. I'll just try to buy some time until they cast a spell. I'll chump with my coastal guy next turn if I need to. There's no way they expect me to have Suffocating Blast. That doesn't make any sense to play around, I don't think. They might just be color screwed, which would be kind of bad for me. Yes. I hope they don't have any other burn. They could, though. Are they burning me out of my upkeep? I'm just going for it. If they have a haste creature or something, it'll get me. But I have them on a 2-turn clock. My gosh, Caldera Kavu, hitting them for 6. What a beefy creature. Oh, they don't have the burn spell. Do we have them? No. No. Oh. Oh, it's anyone's game now. I have an instant kill burn spell in my deck. It's so tense. Yes, I think that does it. I'm not going to wait and hope to do it in response to them having a burn spell. Yes! Oh my gosh. Exact damage. Holy heck, we countered their lethal burn spell. They killed our 2 guys, and then we got them. Oh my gosh, that was one heck of a game. Oh my gosh. Oh, it says my opponent has disconnected. Oh my gosh, are they that tilted? Did they send a chat message or something? Nope, no chat, no salty chat message. Well, it says my opponent has disconnected, so I guess we'll sideboard as normal. Sometimes it just says that, even as part of sideboarding. Okay. So we didn't see any green creatures, so we're not going to bring in Slay. Did we see any artifacts? No. Fire Screamer. That's a Kavu. Cursed Flesh seems good against them. Because they have a couple of little annoying guys on the ground that I really want to kill. Maybe not both, maybe just one. But I don't want to fall so far behind. So I think I cut my 4 mana 3/3. As one does. And then I maybe just play one Cursed Flesh. Okay. Makes my deck a little cheaper. I'm not going to change my mana. I think I still like the mana configuration. Because Cursed Flesh can still be used in the mid game to just kill their guy. Oh, man. But they have 2 of the apprentices, and those guys can be pretty annoying. So, honestly, might be good to play both of these. Okay, here we go. Game 3. No, game 2. Can we get the perfect 6-0? Are they going to choose to be on the play after I chose to be on the draw? They are. I'm going to keep this. I need 2 lands for this to work out. But if I draw 1 land, I've got Probe. And they don't have a 1-drop. Nice. This is the benefit of being on the draw. I get an extra draw step at it. You're 71% likely to hit your 3rd land on the play if you keep a 2-lander. On the draw, you're a little bit higher, and we have an 18th land. So I was feeling pretty confident here. And they don't have a 2-drop, so that's huge. I'm probably going to run out the Stormscape Battle Mage. They have all their colors this game. Because I can get the Battle Mage back with Uprising. Actually, I'm going to Probe. Because the Meyer Kavu blocks that guy perfectly. Going to get rid of the big guys. Because they're miles away, and I can get them back with Urborg Uprising. Next turn, I'll play Meyer Kavu. But those guys are probably going to come back later with my Urborg Uprising, I would assume. This hand looks a lot worse than my normal hand because it just has a lot of creatures in it. Now it's a pretty clear living airship. The airship blocks both of their guys. Next turn I'll play Sea Snid. No. That's pretty good for them. If they have a follow-up creature, it's really bad for me, but this will be fine, I guess. I'll just play Sea Snid, and then I'll draw land and play Stormscape Battle Mage to kill their flyer. Sea Snid now, because now I can play Meyer Kavu plus Cursed Flesh on a later turn if I need to. Also, Sea Snid opens up the possibility of a Stormscape Battle Mage with Kicker. Oh, that's pretty bad for me. Giving all their guys haste, eh? Yikes. Land, please. Never doubted you. Oh, I have to kill a non-black creature. That was bad. Oh my gosh. I just killed myself. I just lost myself the game by not reading my card. Whoops. Oh my gosh. That's super bad. They're going to play some big non-black creature now. Nope, just another Volcano Imp. Yep. Yep. I was going to be in trouble anyway here, I think. But spending my turn 6 doing nothing was really bad. If I just played Myurkava, I could have at least blocked that guy. Man. Game 3. Okay. I'm not going to botch this game the way I did that one. That's a one-time only thing. I think 1 Cursed Flesh is the sweet spot. And I will actually choose to be on the play in this matchup because their deck is very fast. Relative to the format. They are a worthy foe for this final round, bringing me to a game 3. I would like to play first against them, and I will keep this. This hand is so much better on the play than it would be on the draw. My gosh. I get to potentially exclude something really major and then play a Myurkava, hopefully as a 4-4. I mean a 4-3. This is an intense match. Oh, I was hoping for you, Merfolk. Merfolk Goblin, the clutchest of them all. That's such a good draw. My gosh. That's my best draw in my entire deck by far. By far. My only 2-drop, right when I need him. Okay. This guy's not actually that good against me, because as soon as I get a Myurkava to a 4-3, it can't do much. I'll keep my pinger for sure. Never mind, I will not keep my pinger for sure. My pinger is down. So next turn, I think I'm just going to hold up Exclude, unless I draw a Swamp. Because the Myurkava doesn't do anything for me. I'm not going to try to trade it off with this guy. And stopping them from getting a 2-2 flyer down is pretty good for me. And just taking 2 damage a turn while I build up towards my Alloy Golem is also fine. So this is like a 3-for-1, because they would have gotten a 2-for-1, and now they don't. Still got stuff to do. I'm not going to trade the Myurkava off for their zombie. Yep, they've got the Imp. Swamp? Okay. I need my black source. I have 2 sea snids that would be pretty good here. And I've got my 4 swamps and my Croesus Caverns. Would really love those. Get that recoil on that Imp. But it's not the end of the world because they'll just replay the Imp. I just want to make this thing into a 4-3. That's really what I want to do. So a swamp would be the best. Ooh, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I will send. And I will trade the Kavu if they give me the chance to do so. The Caldera Kavu, not the Meyer Kavu. Okay. So now I have a lot of really good draws. Oh no. No, that's really bad for me. Oh no. I need to draw a swamp now. Booyah. We're in business. I'm not going to cast it now because I don't want to give them something to do with their mana. I'm going to cast it on end step. Because now they waste their mana, whereas if I had done it during their turn, they would have just replayed it. I do have to draw something good here. That is good. Except all their creatures are black. Am I supposed to sideboard that out in this matchup? I don't think so. This is so tough. No. Oh, I'm going to lose because their creatures are too of the same color. Oh, I had such a good start to this game and it just fell apart. That's what happens when you miss your colors for a little bit too long. I need to draw Jilt. It's my only out now. That's tough. I can't cast this. There's nothing to cast it on. Oh, that's so brutal. That's just the classic, though. They drew 7 lands and I drew 10. And that's kind of the difference. I also didn't get to cast my spells when I wanted to, but it wasn't even really that. It was just that they had more stuff to do. I cast a reasonable number of spells, got some 2-for-1s. They cast a reasonable number of spells, got one massive 2-for-1. My 2-for-1s weren't as relevant because they couldn't cast those anyway. And yeah, they just were able to take me down. Oh man, GG opponent. You were a worthy foe. I only wish my deck had cooperated a little more in that last game. It's just hard to win when you're not drawing your spells like that. Still, 2-1, sweet deck. Let's just go to the deck as a bit of a closeout. We won our first 4. We were on the precipice of victory, winning, I believe we won game 1 against them. And then just barely didn't get there in the last 2. It was just unfortunate how it worked out in the end. I don't think I could have won that game even if I didn't Stormscape Battle Mage kill my own guy. It would have been a little bit closer, but they still had enough gas to get across the finish line, I think. Because I just didn't have any answers to the flyers anyway. It turns out a 2-2 flyer for 4 is pretty good against my deck, I guess. If I don't draw like my Magma Burst or my Suffocating Blast to kill them or my Jilt to kill them, or I guess Plague Spores was maybe just not a card I should have played there because they just had all cards that were black. I didn't think about that, but yeah. You just assume they're going to have something like a red creature or something like that, but oh well. If you did make it all the way till the end of this video and you're watching on YouTube, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more draft content, and to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag #EpicGrixis, because this was an epic run. It's not all about just getting 3-0 records. It's about having fun along the way, and there was a lot of fun to be had. And we did crush a lot of folks with this deck. It was very fun to do that. I do hope you enjoyed it. You can check out the Twitch stream to watch me play these things live, and all of that good stuff. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.